Sure. Are you ready?
Hello, and welcome to the After Credit Show. I'm your host, Brandon, joined by my two best buddies,
Wow.
Ben and Evander. Been a very long time since all three of us have been in an episode together, but we're back in the new year.
Yep.
Second episode of the new year. But nonetheless, before we get into this episode, just remember to like and subscribe and support us, whatever we're doing here. And if you don't know, at the end of every episode, but at the beginning of this one, we have a comic book club. Last week's pick was Avengers vs. X-Men. When we're done with this segment, we will spin a wheel for next week's pick. But read along, comment below, help us out.
Interact, and give recommendations. Give recommendations for books, and we'll take a look at them.
Yes.
We'll put them on the wheel. We'll put them in the wheel.
Because we have a wheel of books, and half of them are dreadful, half of them are awesome, and we'll take more.
And
so without
another
further
half
ado,
are a
I think
mystery.
we're gonna
just hop right into it.
Yeah.
We're going to hop right into
jump into it.
So we're talking about Avengers versus X-Men. We'll give the summary and we'll give our thoughts as we go along. So, the start of this book, you see... Did we all read issue 0?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, one thing. I know you guys read it in a different way, but I actually have an interesting intro here. Do you guys get this piece, this little thing?
What part is that? I can't really tell.
Hold on. It's like basically like it's the Phoenix like it's like this from this other comic. Let me pull up the precise comic book.
We did not
from point 1 number 1. Did you guys get that one?
No. So ours it opened up with issue 0 with it opens on Utopia, I believe. Or no, it opens with Scarlet Witch in New York saving a Wakandan scientist from an AIM attack. That part's not super important. Issue 0 isn't... It's actually not that... Like, the Wanda stuff isn't that important. It makes more sense to me because I've read a lot of the Bendis era of Marvel when he was kind of just running everything. Because this... I don't know if this directly... This is the next event kind of after... well, not right... it's not the direct follow-up to, but this is dealing with the fallout of House of M. And specifically Avengers Disassembled. That's why when she goes, Scarlet Witch is taken to the Avengers Mansion by Captain Marvel, who's like, yeah, it's home. It's your home. Glad you're back. Go back home and everyone will freaking love you and it'll be a good time. And Vision opens the door and he's like, fuck you. I hate you. And she just leaves. So that is from Avengers Disassembled, when it is the reason the Avengers hate her, and then her leaving and disappearing is due to House of M, which is a big part of this book because we follow up on the mutant island of Utopia, and we see Hope Summers, who... Is she like Scott and Jean's kid? I would assume she is, but like she seems to not know him.
So yeah, I was trying to figure that out because I remember when they said Hope Summers...
I've always thought that was their kid.
Like, my brain turned into mush because so far it seemed like Cyclops just saw her as like a kid at the school, and that was it. But there's a bigger connection. And then at the end of the book, he's like, I wanted a future for my kids that wasn't just them being like future war, whatever it was. I don't really understand that. I don't know what her relation is to him.
So I don't fully get it. It's probably some more convoluted X-Men comic book stuff. But what we learn is that, again, due to House of M, basically all the mutants have been erased from existence. Like, they all just lost their powers, except for a small handful of them. And Hope Summers is the first new mutant that has come into existence post House of M. She's the first new one to appear. And because of that, Cyclops is very cautious with her. He believes, like, he's literally calls like the Messiah, like, multiple times. He's like, you're the mutant Messiah. So you get some kind of odd vibe, kind of cultish vibes off of Cyclops right off the bat. And that kind of summarizes issue 0, which is the setup. And the story kicks off when Phoenix is heading to Earth. It beat the shit out of Nova. And the Avengers are sent to capture Hope because the government is like, the Phoenix is going to attach to her. And when it does, it might kill the whole Earth. It might just kill everybody. So the Avengers are sent to Utopia, and Cyclops is like, I will not hand over Hope, and this kicks off a big fight between them. And for the first couple issues of this book, because this is a long book, it's 12 issues. For like the first 4 issues, it actually kind of is Avengers vs. X-Men, and then it kind of turns into something else after that. But we'll talk about the start.
Yeah, my issue with this right off the bat is, and I know that they
weird
characterization have to be written this way. Yeah, so I feel like Captain America and Scott Summers specifically are the extremes of one character trait that they have.
Yeah.
So like, and I hate that type of writing, because in this book, and they called me out over text, Cyclops is he's acting.
He's psychotic.
A complete psychopath from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's just like immediately like, no, the Phoenix is going to help us,
Yeah,
like,
he's looking like doomsday mode. Everyone's like, the Phoenix is going to come here and kill the Earth. And he's like, no, it's going to save us. It's going to save mutants. And everyone's like, no.
This is before it has any effect on his mind, because later it makes him even worse. But this is just regular Scott Summers. And we're led to believe that he's like this because he lost Jean and because of the House of M stuff. And he's just really depressed. But again, this is like the leader of the X-Men, and Cyclops is usually depicted as someone who's very headstrong.
Rational.
But this version of him is just awful. It was pissing me off. And then also with Captain America, who's a little bit more like he usually is, but he just seemed like he was on the opposite extreme. And
he was acting like Tony in Civil War, kind of, at the start.
Yes, so
and Tony even calls him out for that. Yeah, Tony says that. He's like, you're saying all the shit I said to you last time we fought. And I will say, as the book goes on, Captain America, this book takes a huge turn after like issue 4, I think, because
I believe after it's like 4 or 5.
4 or 5. After they fight the Phoenix, it splits off and possesses Cyclops, Magic, Colossus, Emma Frost, and Namor.
The Phoenix 5.
The Phoenix 5. And after that, it kind of stops being an Avengers vs. X-Men. It's like, here's these 5 gods that are going to destroy the Earth versus everybody. And Captain America becomes much more reasonable after that. And you kind of forget that he was being kind of a little crazy at the start.
Yeah, because he does something in the book that really pissed me off. And it just gets hand-waved away in the next issue. But he's just like, Wolverine, you crossed the line. I'm going to put you in the middle of the arc.
He kicks him off the plane.
And then he just magically finds Hope. And then the next issue,
he teleported like, to her.
Again. I called him up. I told him I had hope, and now we're fine. That was so stupid.
It was very odd.
Felt very lazy to me. I don't know.
And the motivation for that is that when they first go to the island to capture Hope, she's sent away to this other room, and Wolverine decides... He kind of, since he knows Cyclops, he knows the play, and he slinks off to the side and finds her, and tries to fucking murder her. Yeah. Like, Wolverine, I know Wolverine is like the guy who will do what he has to do, and this is a Wolverine who's kind of bent to the shit. He's been to the Civil War, Jean Grey died, the House of M shit happened, so he's pretty fucking traumatized, but he's like immediately, he's like willing to kill like a 16-year-old, like without any hesitation. I thought that was a little bit nuts. He sees her and he's like, I'm going to kill you now. And he gets fucking blasted.
And what was the outcome? Like, was that to make... I can't remember. Was that to make the X-Men even more unreasonable towards the Avengers? Or did they know that he tried to kill her? I can't remember if they figured... Like, if Cyclops saw that happen. Or if it was just an extreme writing decision.
It just
it was. Run list. I think it was an extreme writing decision.
Yeah, it wasn't, because nothing happens. Like, they never bring it up. Like, the only person that ever brings it up is is Captain America. And the next issue is like, you're fucking crazy. Go away. Also, and he kicks him off the Quinjet. Yeah, Spider-Man's there with him. Yeah.
Did he say anything?
I think they all got knocked out like immediately because he pulled out the claws.
Spider-Man is in this book, by the way.
I love him.
And he has very few things to do. He has one issue that's completely dedicated to him, but outside of that, he says very little, but he's great. But he just lurks in the background. He's just there.
Yeah.
I liked seeing him. I was like, there he is.
He's like a little spider on the wall.
Yeah, he's just there. 3 characters who had smaller roles that had like, everyone kind of got their moment to shine, but had largely smaller roles. I loved Black Panther in this book. I loved Iron Fist, and I loved Spider-Man. I thought they were all really cool in this book. I love that Iron Fist is important to the story, too. Like Kun Lun.
I know. I love seeing Iron Fist. Danny Rand. Bring him back in the movies. There was a point at the end of the book where T'Challa's just like, yeah, I spoke to like the leader of Wakanda to get us annulled. And
to divorce Storm. Yeah, because Namor fucking annihilates Wakanda. He kills everybody. He destroys the entire country in like 1 hour. And Storm. So after the Phoenix possesses those X-Men, a lot of the X-Men still go along with Cyclops because he is doing good things, but obviously he's making the world better. He's bringing water and food and power to everyone everywhere, and he's saving people's lives. But the issue is he's doing all of that under the threat of I am a god and I can fucking kill you all if I want to. So obviously, it's not, even if you're making a utopia, that's not the person you want at the head of it because there's no checks and balances for them. But even though, so because of that, some of the X-Men still side with him, like Storm, who is only woken up by the fucking genocide of Wakanda. And like you mentioned, when she finally goes there, she's like, I'm sorry that Namor killed everybody. And he's like, I spoke to the high priest and our marriage is annulled. She's like, you're the high priest. Like, yeah, I know. Yeah. I talked to myself.
She also says, like, I would have been on your side if I had known it was happening.
Yeah.
But you took, like, between that point till now, which is a significant amount of time in between those two events, to tell him this. I don't know. It seemed very odd.
Yeah.
With everything.
Oh, you know who else is good in this? Professor X.
Yeah, he's really cool.
This was in the era too when people were like, Professor X is actually a fucking asshole, and I hate Professor X. He's actually a bad guy. Professor X is actually the bad guy of Marvel. I like that he was the good guy who is, spoilers, is murdered by Cyclops for trying to stop him. He tries to he tries to put him to sleep, and Cyclops fucking melts him.
Also, I wasn't completely aware of what era of Marvel this was, so when he was just walking and a lot, like, because I assumed when I started this book that he was dead because, you know, it was the school, Jean Grey's school for gifted.
Yeah, it's Wolverine is running
it was.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it got rebranded. Xavier's gone, and then he just appeared walking. I was like, oh, I have no idea what's going on.
Just going for a stroll.
Yeah. A lot of writers on this book.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed when I looked at like the table of contents.
And they
every single issue and every single artist. I'm like, he just spun the wheel. Like, all right, it's available next week.
They all wrote the story together and they took turns on the issues. So, but they're all fucking goats. It's Bendis, Fraction, Jason Aaron. Yeah, it's a bunch of really great writers. So that's cool. The art's also great. It's is it Adam or Andy Kubert? It's one of them. John Romita Jr. and Olivier Copiol. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but just artists that I really like.
I love all the art, but I loved the art especially in the middle chunk of issues.
Yeah, yes, I believe that's Olivier Copiol.
Okay, yeah, I loved it. I thought that looked fantastic.
Because the others are very distinct. Like, you would know Adam Kubert and you would know John Romita Jr.
John Romita, I was just
classic. Like, that's him. That's him. So I will say, I think this does do a good job of providing you some superhero brawls that you'd want to see. Kind of like one of the first books we did on here was Salvation Run. Did not give you very many. That was kind of, it's like, here's all the DC villains surviving on a fucking Fortnite planet, and they're gonna have to fight each other, and they barely fight each other. This is kind of like, you get a lot of scraps. Like, I love when all the Avengers pull up on Namor, and there's just like one page of them all just kicking the shit out of him. Yeah. Like, just take like the Thing and Thor.
I love when I'm in a comic book and I get to a few pages where there's nothing to read.
Yeah, they're just beating the shit out of them. Yep. You get the Wolverine and Cap fight in issue 2, which is cool. It's just some all around some cool stuff.
It was Colossus and who just beating the shit out of Spider-Man.
Magic. They were kicking the shit. Yeah, and that's when you see they're getting more evil because Magic is like, just fucking curb stomp his face.
Just kill him.
He's like, please stop saying that. And she's like, no, you're a fucking dumbass. And he's like, no, you're a dumbass. And they fucking beat the shit out of each other and lose the Phoenix Force, and it all goes to Cyclops, Emma Frost. And there's also like cool things that I feel they don't touch on enough, which is crazy for a fucking 12-issue book. Like, Emma Frost goes insane in a very unique way, where she like reads the minds of everyone on Earth, and you only see it one time, but she's like hunting anyone who's ever like hurt a mutant and just exploding their brains. Like she finds this guy in his house. She's like, you were flying a plane and you hit a mutant with wings and you didn't tell anyone. She just explodes his brain in his head. And then she's on the mutant heaven island they've built, and she's forcing all the X-Men to just kneel before her and say that they love her and that she's a god. I feel like that was kind of cool that she went like it amplified like her insane ego and like that kind of Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, vengeance for mutants mentality.
That makes me wonder, because I know I want to get into how similar this book, like I think Marvel really tried to recapture what they found with Civil War with this event. So I'm wondering if it's the same, where there's like a shit ton of tie-ins.
There is.
There is. Yeah. So I imagine maybe it dives deeper into that, but in the context of these 12 issues, just having those few scenes seem really interesting. And like you're saying, we never come back to them.
Yeah.
So it's mostly focused on the Scott Summers of it all.
It's
in issue 6. There's like the latter half of it is all him having a conversation with a moon dust.
Oh yeah, well that's like a short story that was attached to it. It's actually not its own issue. Really? But that was good. You know who wrote that? Was Mark Waid.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the book.
Yeah, so it's Mark Waid. That's why. Love that guy. I do think it was good. Oh, here's something I thought was weird. In the first issue, you see Colossus fighting Red Hulk, and I was like, Red Hulk would kill Colossus. And then, in the very next issue, you see that it's the amped up Colossus that's the Juggernaut suit, and I was like, why didn't he have it in the last issue? That would make sense why he's able to fight the Red Hulk. So you kind of get that. I was like, did he get that between issues and like a spin-off, like in the main X? You know, that happens sometimes where like a book will be influenced by like a long-running tie-in. Because I was like, Red Hulk would destroy Colossus like very easily. He's kind of like the Thing, where like, I don't know. I think Colossus might be a level below the Thing. Maybe power scalers can correct me, but if I was gonna like, hierarchy it, I would do like Hulk, Thing, Colossus. Right.
Also, the Thing was there.
He was there.
So they could have just been fighting.
Yeah. Well, he does. I think he did fight both of them. Oh no, the Thing and Luke Cage were fighting Namor.
Yeah.
He's a fucking psycho in this book.
Where's the Fantastic Four at? Why is the Thing on the Avengers?
Because he was on the Avengers. He was on the Avengers at the time.
Oh well.
So they were keeping it pretty strict about just Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah.
I kind of want to find some of the tie-ins, because I think that would be cooler. I do remember there being individual matchups. Like, I remember Deadpool, since he's not on a team, just had like his own like kind of wild card book where it was just him fighting for kind of no reason. I believe that was the concept behind it. And there were some cool matches. Like I thought like Black Widow versus Domino would have been cool, but you don't really see them fighting each other. I don't know if any more thoughts you might have.
I really do think this doesn't come anywhere close to Civil War.
No.
And they follow very similar beats in their stories. And I think in another universe, like Avengers vs. X-Men is a very cool idea, but the difference is Civil War was like a battle of ideals. And even though it was very much like pushing Captain America as the good guy in that book, you could every now and then be like, but Tony Stark is trying in some way.
Yeah, he has like his point isn't terrible, he's just insane in enforcing it.
Yeah. So most of the time if you're reading that book, you are siding with Captain America. If you're not, you're probably a psychopath. But the point is, when you're reading it, there is that battle of ideals. But in this book, it's just like, okay, so Cyclops is acting as a psychopath from the beginning, and then he's possessed by evil Phoenix magic.
You lose
I'm
that.
not really like, I'm not feeling any sort of like emotional stakes. And also, with events like this, it's always implied that you have knowledge of the history between the heroes, so that they don't have to worry about that stuff within the events. Like, that they're friends. But I really would have appreciated moments where it was shown that these people have history, instead of them just being like every now
Wolverine,
and then,
you're a traitor, I hate you.
We go back. Yeah, like you're a traitor. We used to be best friends. I want to see something that shows that they're friends, so that hits a little harder.
Yeah.
I think this just lacked a lot of emotional stakes. Like I was not invested really in any of the fights because of that.
At one point, this book just becomes the Avengers versus Cyclops.
Yeah.
Who's evil.
Yes, very evil.
That's what I thought was a very interesting take, because I think it's like, in stories, I really like stories where a good person becomes a bad person. I think those stories are fantastic, and I think with this, like, they were trying to draw a lot of parallels to like how Magneto was written in early comics, where he was a bit more evil and was trying to like enforce everything, and like how you were mentioning earlier, where he's like, oh yeah, well, like, I'm like a god and I can like kill you if you get in my way, type of thing, like just maniacal classic Magneto. And obviously with like how we see Magneto in this story, at this point in the comic continuity, he was a little bit more mature and whatnot. But even with just focusing back on Cyclops, like, he literally becomes the Dark Phoenix at one point.
Yeah, at the end of the book. So,
like, I could see what they were trying to do. I'm like, okay, like, all these points of what you're drawing upon, like, I could see what like the writers were thinking, where they're like, yeah, he becomes the things that he hates, like, you know, like I said, with like the old version of Magneto and Dark Phoenix and all that. Like, I thought that was that could be a good recipe. I just don't know if that was like there, you know, like maybe if I read more of the previous issues of this version of Cyclops, then I could kind of get behind it more. But I don't really think a lot of it worked for me because of like what Brandon said, where like the emotional stakes weren't there for me.
I think they should have cut the Phoenix possessing all of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I think if this book had been Cyclops is kind of crazy, but he's so desperate to save his people because they're on the verge of literal extinction, and he's willing to be unreasonable. And then Captain America is like, "We need to save everybody," and Cyclops is like, "I'm willing to potentially sacrifice everything to put everything on the line to save." I think that could have been interesting, but it just and you get that for like 4 issues, and then if the rest of the story becomes just a completely different thing. Which is much less interesting. It kind of becomes Injustice, think, like, right?
It does.
It turned into Injustice.
It's got beats of Injustice in there, but that did jog my memory of another thing, like the end of the book. And I think
like
that
the
a lot
ending,
of
actually
big. I didn't mind the ending, but I think a lot of big events struggle with this, and I think that if they went with just Cyclops being possessed, this would have been solved. But throughout the entirety of the 12 issues, they're like, the Phoenix Force is so powerful that even when it's divided between 5 people, the entirety of the Avengers cannot defeat one of them without using everything they have.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the book, Cyclops has all of that power in him, and it takes them a few pages to win. Now, albeit Hope and Scarlet Witch were being built up throughout the issues. Well, Hope was. Scarlet Witch kind of just came and went, but
Scarlet Witch they immediately find, because remember the first time she appears is when they go to save Hope, and Cyclops just grabs her, and just the grabbing her is enough to like hurt him.
No, yeah, what I'm saying is though, like, she was powerful from the beginning.
Yeah,
like she was always there. Hope was being trained by Iron Fist and Spider-Man, which was really cool.
They had like 2 silver bullets.
Yeah, what I'm like. From the beginning, those characters were there, and I know Hope had to be trained in order to get towards the end of the book, but it just felt like once we finally reached that point, they defeated him with ease. I don't know. It just didn't. That last issue just didn't feel like it was as big as it should be with the amount of buildup it had and how much they were being like, we can't beat them. Like, it takes all of our power to beat one of them while it's divided by 5 people. And then they didn't really struggle that much, or those two didn't really struggle. I don't know.
That I've noticed, like, throughout reading lists, and I even did a little bit of research. Like, I just Googled the comic and looked at other people's, like, summaries just to see, like, if they, because sometimes, like, people add extra explanations for things.
Yeah.
And the power scaling is, like, in between each story, they technically have reasoning for why, like Scarlet Witch, like, is completely like she's still extremely powerful, but post House of M, she's not as powerful as House of M, Scarlet Witch. So there's a lot of things like that. That's an ongoing theme in stories like these. I mean, it's just what's going to happen, like when you pick up stories like this out of context.
To be fair, power scaling is always an issue in comics. It's not really that big of a deal. Yeah. It's just a consistent problem that happens. It's whatever. But yeah. I mean, otherwise, I don't really have much more to say about this book.
Yeah, because all I'd say is I think it kind of missed out on delivering on being an Avengers vs. X-Men book, because at one point it just becomes 5 members versus all of the Avengers. It's like I would have liked to see more fights, individually between Avengers and X-Men members, but for the majority of the book, it's just like, here's 5 gods who can kill them without even trying, and everybody's gonna just run away from them for 8 issues.
Yeah, and if you were gonna do that, then I think what would have been cool is if you had parts of the Phoenix 5, or then it became 4, and then so on and so forth. That maybe you had 2 on one team, then 3 on the other. I mean, even though one's already a huge power boost, in terms of an ongoing event between these two teams, because like you guys said, it quickly stops being Avengers versus X-Men after issue 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think if they wanted to continue that crazy battle trope, and even in the earlier issues, I found the fights broke out a little bit too quickly, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's fuck you, I'm gonna kill you now.
Yeah, they just immediately start.
Yeah.
Captain America showed up to the island with the entirety of the Avengers in the helicarrier.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like he escalated that, again, the extreme. He escalated that situation so quickly.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not asking.
Yeah.
He tells him that. He's like, I'm not asking for your permission. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Here's a question for Brandon. What did you think of Cyclops wing? Nightclops.
I did not know. I've seen that picture forever. I didn't know that this book was where that originated.
Oh, really?
Because going into this, I didn't realize. I thought it was just going to be Avengers vs. X-Men for some reason. I didn't know the Phoenix Force had anything to do with it.
Yeah, it's kind of a follow-up to the Phoenix saga. They kind of flash back.
So as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh my god, I'm finally reading the book that Nightwing Cyclops is from.
Yeah.
And the suit is badass. I'm not going to lie. It's really cool. I really like it.
Yeah. I think it changes his visor, and it kind of is a little more bird-like a little bit. I thought that was kind of cool.
Nightwing.
Yeah, more Nightwing-esque. Yeah, I don't know. I guess those are my thoughts. It's very interesting. I can't think of any event comics that have fucking 5 writers on it.
Yeah.
But
seems like too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple issues too many, and different. You just saw there were a lot of cooks in the kitchen with the plot, specifically with writing, and everyone had different ideas, and it seems like they used all of the ideas. I can't imagine that there were many ideas that were scrapped upon planning it, but yeah, I mean, it was interesting. It was entertaining, to say the least.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Oh, real quick, at the end, the final issue, they're like, okay, we're bringing in the big gun. We got Hulk.
The Hulk. I was gonna bring that up, and he never does anything. He's just there.
He doesn't do shit.
I mean, he's there, but there's never a moment where they're like, "Now we got the Hulk." He's there.
Yeah,
he's just
it's
there.
I thought there was gonna be a big moment where they're like, "Oh fuck, the Hulk is here," but no.
Yeah. So I read that was a big deal, because at that point in the comics, the Hulk put himself into exile. So when they showed him in that was the Hulk's return.
Interesting.
So
if you were reading at the time, you would have been like,
"Holy fuck, the Hulk!"
They still don't really.
And he's like,
so.
in one page. There's a funny panel of I'm sure you guys noticed it, of Emma Frost standing there looking forward like this, and the Hulk is just behind her. Crush her. It was so funny. I'm like, he's gonna kill her. Emma Frost, run! You're gonna get Hulk smashed.
Oh no.
It was nuts. Also, some of the writing in the first issue of the narration bubbles were getting a little bit funny. It was the crystal punch lands on the $1 billion suit, and then it's man of unbreakable skin punches fish god. The earthquake is felt in San Francisco. I'm like, Luke Cage ain't that strong, buddy. They're not feeling that. No one's feeling that anywhere else, okay? It was getting a little, they were being a little silly with the writing there, Bendis. I thought it was a little over dramatic. It was kind of funny. My favorite was Unbreakable Shield meets Mutant Skull. And it's just Cap just chucking his shield at Cyclops' head. I'm like, why'd you put those words there in that order? That was kind of funny.
Oh,
overall, this was like a mid-tier event book in my opinion, right?
Mid.
Yeah, it was fine.
Very mid on the I've heard people.
Yeah. It's not boring.
Really shit on it throughout the years.
I've always heard horrible things about it.
It's not that bad.
No.
It's just middle of the road. Like it'll scratch the itch.
Yeah.
But it's nothing.
It's
not
like
Civil War. It's not special. It's not gonna.
I was entertained. I was never bored. I was entertained. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. The art was good. The characterization was cool. It had a lot of the fucking heroes that I like. They all got a moment to shine. Spider-Man's moment we didn't really go over was really cool. I love when they go to save the captured Avengers and Spider-Man stays behind to hold off Magic and Colossus, even though they're like gods, and he's basically like fucking killed. So the Avengers.
You know what I really appreciated about that actually was he has like a little speech at the beginning to Hope where he's like,
everyone gets their time.
You may not always have something to do, but if you're an Avenger, there will always come a time where it's your turn. And what I appreciated about that was that directly called out what I was thinking leading up to that moment where I was like, Spider-Man is just in the background, like constantly in this book, but he's not doing much. And then he said that, I was like, oh, that's actually very cool that they did that little thing.
Everybody gets their moment.
That.
Yeah, and then he says it at the
very cool.
And he says it at the end when he saves and when everyone's leaving, he's like, "Tell Hope I was right."
Yeah.
That was cool. I really liked that. Good writing on Spider. I mean, it's Bendis. He did Ultimate Spider-Man, so he knows what he's doing.
Anywho. Speaking of Avengers versus X-Men, Avengers Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
Wait, we gotta spin the wheel.
We gotta spin the wheel. Yeah.
Fuck.
It's time to spin the wheel.
Spin
to pick
the wheel.
Next week's comic. Let me get spin again. Spin again.
Robin.
No.
A lot of the spin agains got taken off. Okay, there is a spin again.
Spin again.
DC versus Marvel.
No. Again.
Let's go. 90s. Yeah, the 90s one. Spin again. Spin again. Spin again.
Oh man.
No whammies.
Oh man. Oh man.
What the dude? I'm every time I'm able to fucking summon the book we're gonna pick. It's crazy. I've done it.
I've never read this.
I haven't read it either.
I've never read it. I know who wins every single fight, but I've never.
Don't say shit, man.
I'm not gonna say shit, you freaking moron. I'm just saying that I know who wins the fight.
Actually,
that's a fun one. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Next topic.
But now
we're talking about the X-Men. So now we're gonna talk about the Avengers trailer, Avengers teaser for the X-Men. Avengers Doomsday debuted the X-Men. It debuted.
We saw Charles Xavier.
We saw Professor X and Magneto. Saw Cyclops in the 90s suit with some Sentinels. Some Sentinels walking around behind him.
You know what's funny? There was that fake AI leak for Deadpool and Wolverine of James Marsden.
Yeah, wearing the suit. Now it's real. And now it's real.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
They perfected it. I'm so excited.
It's
my God.
Really magical to see it, you know. I've wanted to see that suit in live action for so long. I've wanted to see all the X-Men suits. You know what I'm looking forward to? Nightcrawler. I'm praying. Oh, yeah. I'm praying he has the red with the black and the white gloves. I would be so fucking hyped. We're getting a big cartoony beast. Who else? Mystique is coming back, right?
I'm excited to see Mystique in clothing.
Ooh, if they put Mystique in like the black suit, I'll be so fucking hyped, bro. I will be cool. So fucking hyped. Or even the white, either one.
Oh yeah, the white would be really cool.
Yeah,
actually.
Either way, I would be fucking excited.
Today is that the actress that played Jean Grey is going to be returning as well.
Oh, hell yeah! Please put her in the green suit.
That would be super sick.
I would be fucking so hyped. Rogue, is Rogue coming back? I'm assuming I haven't heard anything about that.
I would assume so. I don't remember hearing anything.
Please!
They had her they had a scene with her in Days of Future Past, and then they proceeded to cut that scene.
Yeah, and then they made it into like a Rogue. It's called the Rogue cut. It's like three scenes that they put her in. So weird, and they're like, it fundamentally changes the movie. And I never watched it.
Not really. I watched her scenes. I'm like, yeah, like they're good scenes. I don't know why you cut them, but
yeah. The hype level for this one is pretty crazy because it's digging into that Deadpool and Wolverine hype of like these beloved interpretations of the character have always had that little hurdle to get over of wearing the suits, right?
Yeah.
They were so well casted. The movies were cool, and everyone just for 20 years have been like, I need to see them wearing the classic suits.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been fucking cock teased about it for so long, and now they're finally doing it. So, I mean, that's just huge. That's like a massive for fans.
And this specifically, like, they knew what they were doing. Obviously, we all know Doomsday is an act of desperation, which can be good. An act of desperation.
It's a Hail Mary. It's a we need money Hail Mary.
But
hey, man,
this
like Clone Wars
made it.
got to its peak because they were on the verge of cancellation. To quote
There you go. You need desperation for innovation, and this choice to bring them back and put them in the suits definitely guaranteed them the big box office that they wanted.
Yeah.
Because look at Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
it made like
1.5
billion.
Yeah.
That was just
like
with Wolverine.
That was just with Wolverine and with an R rating. This movie's it's gonna shit money.
Yeah, it really is.
If especially, dude, I know it's well, I don't like talking about rumors, so I don't know. Again, this is just a rumor. There's rumors that Toby's in this. If they put out a trailer with fucking
confirmed in this,
like if they put out a trailer with Toby and the X-Men in their suits, bro, this shit is gonna fucking print money. It's gonna go crazy.
What this movie is gonna be and what it has to be is like those classic old fake YouTube trailers where they would crop out the actors from scenes.
Yep.
Dude.
I would watch those nonstop.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. This trailer will go fucking bananas. And they need to keep, you know what would be sick? If they did the Deadpool and Wolverine thing and kept some people hidden, like, dude, if Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider's in this, dude, or fucking Ben Affleck Daredevil are in the movie, even if it's just for a minute. Or like Thomas Jane Punisher, I would be fucking so happy. I would fucking love it.
Because here's the thing, this definitely is the big, like, these next two movies are the big last hurrah of that multiverse era.
Yeah.
So
before the reboot,
if they want to do that, these are the movies to do it. So
yeah,
I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot that we don't know about. They might just be like blink and you'll miss it cameos, but nonetheless, I think we're going to be getting a lot of those. We might even get the Fantastic Four.
That would be crazy.
My favorite one.
That would be crazy.
Michael Chiklis as the Thing in these movies. I mean, in a rubber suit.
I would love it. I'd be happy. Another thing, you can't really talk about it too much. You can't see him very well. Sentinels in the trailer. Please give me the big purple pink guys. I need them purple and pink with the big. They need to be very round looking, with those big weird heads with like the kind of the pill things going around.
We
on the
can
crown.
talk about this because regarding the rules behind leaks, these were like the legs of these were leaked in those photos that we're pretty positive Marvel released themselves at this point. I don't know if you remember when this movie was first filming, there was photos of like the aerial shots of the X Mansion and all that stuff, and there was like purple legs. So I'm pretty sure
we're getting the purple Sentinels.
Purple.
We're getting
they're
purple
big
Sentinels.
purple guys.
That'd be awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait. They got so close in Days of Future Past. They were this close.
The designs in Days of Future Past isn't bad. It's fine.
No, they're not bad.
Yeah, but they're close. Not. Yes, they're not fully there. They're silver and purple. I need pink and purple. Get the cartoon, pink and purple, and they need to be really fucking big, and they need to just look like an action figure. They need to look like a fucking 80s toy.
Now, are they doing? I feel like I saw that they're not doing any more teasers, but then I also saw maybe there's a Doom teaser.
I thought that was inevitable, right? If they're doing the big three, they did Cap, they did Thor, they got to do Iron Man / Doom. And I thought people were saying we were getting 4 trailers for Avatar.
Oh, there is one more. There is one more.
I'm assuming that's the Doom one.
It's not.
Are we allowed to say what it is?
I think so. I
don't think Marvel cares about the whole leak thing when it comes to this movie, because they seem to just be marketing this movie based on leaks.
It is in theaters. It is in theaters right now.
If it's in theaters, you can say. Then yes.
It's the Wakandans, Namor, and the Fantastic Four all in one trailer.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's the next one.
I guess they're hiding Doom. They're hiding Doom, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But
I need to see him, right?
I guess we'll see Doom in the full-length trailer, but I really need to see him. I really want to.
I mean, they did have that art officially at the Disney Expo showing him, and he looked like it exactly what you'd want. He looked like Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
have you seen? I don't know if this isn't a leak. It's just speculation. But there's a weird thing going on right now. This is the latest rumor that it's going to be revealed that MCU Tony Stark was actually Victor Von Doom the whole time. He was just adopted and named Tony Stark.
I don't like that necessarily.
I don't like it either.
I don't really like that.
And I hope to God it's not true.
You know what it makes me think of? It's kind of different, but that story where... Remember when DC said that Batman was a metahuman? You know, Marvel did their own version of that, where they were like, actually, Tony Stark is an alien, and that's why he's so smart.
I remember that.
And they were like, never mind, just kidding, he's not an alien, he's just a guy. That was such... I hate when they try doing stuff like that. They're like, we need a mix of the status quo. I'm like, sometimes you can leave it alone.
Parents, they're important.
They're spies!
CIA people. They're spies.
I hate that nonsense. But bunch of movie news regarding Marvel. Two canceled movies. Blade.
Oh,
we'll talk about Blade first. Inevitable, right?
Inevitable.
My friend texted me. My friend texted me the other day when it was announced. He's like, "Bro, they canceled Blade." I was like, "Sadly, that was always going to happen." It's just, it's been through the ringer. Me and Ben talked about this.
There was two ways this could have went. This was either going to end in cancellation, or if it was going to be like a Flash movie situation.
Yeah.
Where it's in development for years, and the final script ends up being this hodgepodge of shit.
Yeah.
So this is probably the better alternative, to be honest.
I think this is the first time they've announced like a pretty major
cancellation,
and with a casting.
Yeah.
It's been canceled like straight up.
Brought on stage in 2019, might I add.
Yeah. And, like, the thing is with that, like, the writing was sort of on the wall because at this point, even if you do start filming the movie, like, right now, it would have to come out, like, after they've rebooted everything. I would think, you know?
Because the MCU as we know it is ending. We're entering...
there'd be no point to introducing him, like, right now.
There's no point introducing anyone till the MCU reboots. Because the MCU that we've known since 2018 for... almost 20 years is going to be gone. 2027, after 19 years, it'll be ending. So there's no point in introducing, a new version of any of these characters. I'm curious. They either have to get if they don't want to lose Mahershala Ali. I feel like he might just be pissed. Like if I was him, I think he might just walk away from the part.
He has to free up his schedule. For whenever this movie was going to go into development, and the last thing that we heard about this movie regarding him is that he was really happy with where the script was finally at, and then now it's canceled. So I would be very surprised if he ends up working with them again.
Yeah, he's probably fucking pissed.
Future. He's definitely.
If he does appear, then that movie probably is guaranteed locked in, right?
You know what's super interesting about all this too is that Blade, like, he got a voice appearance in Eternals. He got a
Wesley Snipes.
He got an animation appearance in
True
Zombies. I
think. And he voiced him
too. It was
too,
him.
Yeah.
It was Mahershala Ali. The latest rumor today that I saw is that now he's not getting a movie, and it's going to be Midnight Suns.
That's what we were going to bring up. Yeah, I was going to bring that up. It's just interesting because he specifically is the reason this movie was getting made, because he won his Oscar and immediately said he called Kevin Feige and was like, Blade now. Blade me, Blade today, Blade immediately.
Has he done many projects since? Or has he just
not a whole lot.
consistently opened up his schedule for this?
I'm pretty sure he's consistently opened up his schedule.
Yeah, I mean, he's done...
time where he was a big leading man.
He's definitely done some things, but he's not freaking... he's not headlining any blockbusters.
Yeah, and that's probably because of that. So, I mean, like that will happen. That's how you lose your actors that you cast in your projects, because if you delay everything, like with Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake, that was literally confirmed. The big rumor was that he's dropped out of the movie because it's been so long since they've announced that, so he's definitely not that character anymore.
Here's what he's been in post Green Book, post announcing that. Not huge roles, but he was in Invincible. He's the Rock guy. He's Titan. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He is Prowler in Spider-Man, animated Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. He headlined 2 movies in 2023 and 2025. One was that Netflix movie that was actually pretty popular called Leave the World Behind. And Brandon, we dumbass, he just was the main character, or one of the 3 main characters in Jurassic World.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so he's still doing things, but you can see, like, there are gaps between some of his projects. He didn't do anything between 2023 and 2025. So, like, over a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Blade is, and it seemed that kind of is the time when they were like, Blade's happening, we're making it, it's in pre-production. So he's probably pissed. I also
think a big part of this is that they want to bring Wesley Snipes back one more time. I don't know if they will, but I feel like he's going to be in these next Avengers movies, and they probably don't want to introduce, like, also with the reboot, they don't want to introduce another
I feel like it's like, geez, like, put them on screen together, at least in fucking Secret War or something. Cool. Yeah. That'd be cool, having both of them side by side. If that's all he's ever going to get out of it, fuck it. I feel like they're just throwing him a bone of being like, hey, you want to be Marvel Zombies? Just throw him a bone and let him fucking
voice it, though.
I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no, he didn't. He didn't, because I just looked it up. I didn't see his name on there, so never mind.
Yeah, it was just his face.
Yeah, he might just be over this shit. But I think it would be sick. Like, they'd be like, look, at least fucking you can have a cool scene, 2 blades.
Channing Tatum treatment.
Yeah, the Channing Gambit. Yeah. Talking about Midnight Suns. I haven't really read the Midnight Suns comics, but me and Brandon love the video game. It's awesome. It's a great game.
Great game.
I would love to see that group get together. I really like that. I like that dynamic. Incredible game. Only thing it's missing, you can't date the heroes. They have a friendship. They have like a dating sim aspect of the game, but you can't do it.
You can clearly tell.
You can become best friends with them. Yeah. Yeah. You get up to the part really in like when there's dating, like romance options in a video game, it has all of those mechanics, but instead of like getting together with them, the pinnacle of your friendship is then be like, you're a good friend.
You guys are good friends.
Yeah, you freaking Captain America will be like, you're a good buddy.
Two of my favorite RPGs, they just don't include romance options, and it's really interesting. Yeah, I love Outer Worlds, but they refuse to add it, and it's odd. But
yeah Midnight Suns is crazy.
I hope if they make that movie, the lineup is like that one you know, the page, the cover, that cover with Ghost Rider and Blade and Punisher. Do that.
I would
that exact lineup.
I would genuinely like for them to do the game. I like the game. I like that group. Yeah. I like Nico Minoru and Magic, and Spider-Man's in there. Yeah.
Magic would be great.
Yeah, Magic's cool. Yeah. They had me chasing.
The more I see of her,
she's awesome. She's one of my favorites.
Except for in the X-Men Avengers book, but outside of that, she's great.
Even that was cool. She wanted to curb stomp Spider-Man's head.
That's not nice. You shouldn't do that.
What if he wanted it though?
I don't think. Well, I don't know if he's really got that type of fetish.
That's a bold word. Every time that word gets pulled out, I'm like, damn. It's like a flashbang. It's like we throw a lighter pitch at me.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they make that movie. That would be in the reboot era, so
yeah,
that would be cool to get more team movies outside of the Avengers. I think that's something that we severely lack. Besides Thunderbolts, I think they just need to dedicate more movies to teams, which X-Men, Fantastic Four, Midnight Suns.
Yep.
And maybe doing that will finally. This isn't going to happen, but maybe it'll finally grant our wish of Avengers movies just being made and not just being
and not having to be like events with every single character.
Yeah.
That is like
that is really annoying.
Yeah.
Like the Avengers, they're just a team that exists. Like it shouldn't. In these event movies, they bring all of the teams together.
Yes.
Like the next Avengers movies has the Fantastic Four and all the Wakandans and everyone. Like, just make Avengers movies, small level shit. I don't know.
Yep. I like me and Bren were watching the Earth's Mightiest Hero show. Just sometimes they just chill out and go fight AIM. That's cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Another movie got canceled. I didn't even know this was happening. The Olivia Wilde Spider-Woman movie?
I heard about this.
I had no idea this is... Maybe I heard, but it got like Men in Black out of my brain.
It just melded with all the other Sony Spider-Man quote-unquote spin-offs that they were making.
So it was a Spum movie?
I don't know if it was a Spum specifically, but it was a Sony movie. The Spider-Man...
Sony Pictures universe of Marvel movies.
Yeah, it was. It sounded like it was gonna be like a Morbius, not like I don't know if it would have
in the Morbius verse. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been. I don't know if. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I'm talking and I didn't even know this movie existed. Who knows? I feel like it wouldn't have been in the Morbius universe because Spider-Man doesn't seem to be in that universe. So I don't know why Spider-Woman would be.
Madam Web type of movie. Yeah, that's probably how it would have went. I imagine, and I guess judging by how all that stuff went, they were like, you know what. We'll see how the Nick Cage show turns out, and then we'll not make movies for that.
And we talked about it when that poster dropped. Once again, forgot that was a thing.
Yeah,
forgot it was happening.
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily bummed out about this because Sony doesn't have the best track record, but I love Jessica Drew. I think she's awesome. Especially I'm
interested to see if we'll ever start. We'll never see her like that
because Sony owns her. And they'll never give her
up.
Well,
the most recent thing is that apparently now Sony is more open to sharing Marvel characters.
They should be.
I did read that, yeah. I mean, it's more money for them. They should.
Yeah, they clearly don't know how to fucking... Yeah. They're worse than the MCU at its worst.
Which, again...
it's so funny. Confirmed. Yeah. The MCU just is like... It's like... The MCU's reached, like, rock bottom. And it's like, well, it's better than the Morbius verse.
I'd still watch Captain America: Brave New World before I watch any of those Sony
Madam
movies
Web,
again.
Kraven. Yeah. What about Kraven? How is Kraven? Remember that one?
Dude. First movie I've ever actively scrolled my phone in the theater for. actively looking at Instagram.
We were all in there like, dude, those were nuts. I saw, you weren't down here. I saw Madam Web 2. Not Madam Web 2 because there wasn't a sequel to it, but I saw
this got canceled. We read that.
I watched it with some friends, and dude, there was a kid in the row behind us. He was like 12, and he was with his mom and his siblings, and he was like, "Sydney Sweeney!" Like he just like I was like, "Damn, who's watching this movie?" Like, does that not just that movie was crazy because they at one point were like, "This shit's cooked, goon out, everybody." It's gonna have Dakota Johnson do like a jerk off fucking instruction ad where she's like, "You are gonna watch Madam Web and you're gonna love it," and she's like doing all like sensual. That was a crazy one. And then they're like,
I forgot they did that.
Then they're like, Sydney Sweeney's here in the movie. She goes upside down and she hangs upside down, does like acrobats, and then she doesn't.
You show her in the suit
for 1 second. She fucking kills someone. She gives the bad guy PTSD by murdering him in his house.
That's a good one.
But yeah, this movie has been shit canned. I would love to see Jessica Drew in the MCU or in a larger universe. She's very cool in the Bendis era of Avengers stuff. She's cool in the new Avengers team. She's kind of like... I don't know if you're familiar with the character, but the way she's written is she's kind of like that OG Black Widow, where she's a spy... and she's kind of a double agent, and you're kind of wondering whose team she's on because there's S.H.I.E.L.D., and there's Nick Fury's kind of subset of S.H.I.E.L.D., and there's Hydra, and you're always wondering, and then the Avengers, you're wondering where her loyalty is, and they're all kind of trying to get her to, turn on the other ones. She's pretty cool. I like her. So she's like a
the only
classic
experience
spy.
I have with her is Secret Invasion, where she dies almost immediately.
Unfortunate. She's very cool. I'd highly recommend. Yeah. I'm always recommending... I pray every time that we get fucking new Avengers on the wheel so we can fucking read it, and I just want someone to talk about it with. It's a great book. I just really like it. Anyways, next topic. The Batman 2. We got Sebastian Stan confirmed for Harvey Dent. Good casting. I like that a lot.
Great casting.
Love this casting. I think it's perfect.
Sebastian Stan, I like him as the Winter Soldier, but I remember when Fresh came out, And I was like, he has so much charisma. Ben worked on it. He's in the credits. That movie has so much charisma. Playing other kinds. He's a great actor.
He really is.
Yeah, and Winter Soldier has a very specific subset. I like him in that part, and he does give some good performances. But you get to see that he's so dynamic in what he can do. Also, not sure if this deal is closed, but there were talks for Scarlett Johansson to also be in the Batman 2. That feels like very ballsy. That feels like a big swing trying to bring in two like MCU like iconic actors, like big
since
names.
The beginning.
Yeah. That feels
it's interesting.
It feels like a big play trying to get them in your movie. I'm curious. It just feels exciting.
I'm very excited, and also to say more on that casting, he's played political, he's played charismatic, he's played stoic. He has everything. He's played crazy. He's played crazy.
Yeah.
Like even in Fresh, he does that switch. He's charismatic and then he's a psychopath, and I love it.
And Two-Face is an awesome character for actors. Aaron Eckhart is awesome in The Dark Knight, but he's just so overshadowed by Heath Ledger. But if you watch it, he fucking kills it in that movie. I think he does get time to shine. It's just like when you think back, people talk about that movie, they just talk about Heath Ledger. He's awesome. He just sells every scene he's in. He's so good. And in the one scene he holds his own with Heath Ledger's Joker in that scene.
He does.
They share one moment together. The ending of the movie when he has the gun at Gordon's family, he's awesome. Brandon just saw Memento too. He's awesome in that.
I did.
Great movie.
Oh yes.
He's awesome.
Yes.
He's a great actor. And that performance, that character, is very Joker-esque, where it just lets you pull out great performances. So hopefully
Is he in that movie?
Aaron Eckhart
in Memento?
Oh, it's Guy Pearce.
It's Guy Pearce.
Yeah, I get them confused. I always get them confused, dude.
I know.
That's my bad.
I didn't say anything. I was like,
you should have. Yeah.
Did I forget?
Correct.
I needed to correct you just in case.
No, you're good. I always get them confused. I was even thinking, I was like, he's also in LA Confidential, and that's also Guy Pearce.
Shit.
But yeah, my
bad.
I just another great actor. Shout out Guy Pearce also. Yeah, Aaron Eckhart's awesome. Yeah. He's in one of my greatest action movie pleasures. He's in White House Down.
Yes.
Or no, not White House Down. He's in Olympus Has Fallen. He's the president.
Fallen, yeah.
Yes, he's awesome.
Oh shit, he's the president.
He is the president.
London Has Fallen.
Yep, and Angel Has Fallen, and hopefully in the upcoming fourth one, Dark Knight Has Fallen. Great quadrilogy of films with a spin-off TV show.
Connected in any way?
Yeah, they are. The Gerard Butler, the Gerard Butler action movies. If you've never seen them, you're missing out. They're really good. I actually have not seen the third one.
They're interesting.
Yes, I think.
What would you guys want to see out of the Sebastian Stan Two-Face? What would you want to see out of that?
Well, so first off, I'm assuming we're probably just getting Harvey Dent in this movie, right? Because they said that the villain in this is one we haven't seen in live action before. But that could mean that he'll become Two-Face at the end, kind of the Dark Knight-esque.
The quote was misleading, if I remember correctly. That quote he didn't say they've never been in live action. That he said, they've never had the time to shine in live action, or been the main villain. It was worded weirdly. So it could be, because Two-Face has never been the main villain, but also I don't know how they would introduce Harvey Dent and burn the face and make him the villain in this movie, along with everyone else that's going to be in it.
With him being the main villain?
I kind of am hoping that we just get a Harvey Dent, and maybe they can adapt the friendship between Harvey and Bruce, which we've never seen before in live action. Because I love that. I love it from the animated series. I think it's awesome. Mm-hmm. So I hope we get something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would hope to see, at least. And I want to see him be this charismatic political candidate, and maybe we can explore, because he has dual personalities before he gets burnt. The burn,
it brings it out.
Him Two-Face.
Yeah.
He has it beforehand. So I'd like to see Harvey Dent just as Harvey Dent struggling with that. That could be interesting.
I am getting very strong long Halloween vibes from what we've all been hearing about this movie, because we also have Barry Keoghan,
is the Joker,
he's back as the Joker, and we already know that Colin Farrell will be back most likely as the Penguin.
But he has a small part. He said he has a tiny part, I believe.
Yeah, well, which is
so, fine.
You're building this big roster of like characters, and then you also have the Scarlett Johansson thing, which we don't know who she's playing. So
I actually think
looking more like it could be that.
I know the Long Halloween has been the inspiration for Batman movies before. I think it would be cool seeing an actual murder mystery Long Halloween in live action. I think that'd be cool, with Batman investigating crimes and interrogating, like busting. He's like, the Penguin, give me some answers. You're gonna find like Two-Face and the Joker, kind of just bouncing around.
I think that
villains and rogues
is the direction that you'd want to take this version of Batman in. Like, this version of Batman, you could make a whole murder mystery movie, and that would work. I think that would be pretty cool. Not a direct adaptation of Long Halloween, because that's kind of, they can't do that.
Yeah, not one to one.
Poison Ivy's there. But it would be interesting to see that. And I saw that there's been a few different names for who Scarlett Johansson is playing, but the main one I keep seeing is Gilda Dent, which in either iteration, it's either his girlfriend or his sister. And apparently
that's a crazy two things for you to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 2 different universes, and I don't know why they did it that way. You know what it was? It was Earth 1. They made them brother and sister, which is like an offshoot. I guess they just used the name, threw it away.
Yeah. I might be misremembering this, but real quick, just because it popped into my brain, wasn't like Matt Reeves wasn't one of his mentors?
Jeff Loeb. Yes, he was.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be the case. I think we cracked the code immediately.
That's a great point.
Yeah, Jeff Loeb was specifically his mentor.
Make the 3rd movie Dark Victory with Robin, and then I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah,
right. You're gonna have Robin for James Gunn DCU, because
have you read Dark Victory?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little nuts. It's kind of a retread. It's kind of a retread of Long Halloween, though. I remember when I read it, I was like, "This is the same book."
Sequel.
Very much but in the same vein. Yeah, it's pretty similar.
It's been a long. I think I read it in like early high school, and I just remember thinking, I was like, "This is the same book twice."
Yeah, I just love the art. I love the art, and I love that Robin's there now, so I like it. But it's pretty much a retread.
Yeah,
nonetheless, cool. I hope it is a murder mystery. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah,
it should be. The first one was kind of treading on that ground a bit, and I think they should.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool if that's Reeves' Batman's thing, is that he's the detective, and then we can get the fighting shit out of whatever Muschietti's Batman is, some horror and some
both.
action. Yeah,
I like both.
Yeah, but like obviously every Batman adaptation, unless it has like a show, like
one
focuses on one. It focuses more on one thing. But a good Batman kind of blends all of them.
I agree.
But yeah, we shall have to see. Do you want bad news? Oh wait, no. Yeah. What do you got to say?
No, it's not. But this casting does bring up something interesting, because the Batman Part 2 is filming during the same time Secret Wars films.
And Sebastian Stan gonna die. Well, he's probably not gonna have a huge part.
Is the Winter Soldier?
He'll show up in a wig. Just put him in a wig.
That was it. Yeah. That was it. That's all. I just remembered that. Yeah. But that's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, he also has short hair now in the MCU. Remember in Thunderbolts, he's got the short hair.
Did they give him back the long hair though?
No.
Oh, yeah, at the end he has those nice waves.
Oh, at the very end?
Yeah, but either way, just throw a wig on him. Hollywood magic, boom, your hair's long now. You just have to be jacked for both roles. So you're good. You don't have to be jacked as Harvey Dent, but it would make more sense as like a Batman villain for him to be a little bit more physically fit.
Remember in the Telltale games where he's just fucking
huge?
Massive?
That was
him and Gordon. Him and Gordon are huge. They're bigger than Batman.
Too. Yeah. Like Gordon's like he was definitely more. Like,
he has a broad. He's like built like oak.
Yeah, like Harvey Dent was like at least half a foot taller than Bruce Wayne.
I love the art direction in those games actually. I really like the designs. But yeah, I remember when I first saw Gordon in that game, I was like, Jesus, bro, you're broad as fuck. He's just like wide. He's like a wide meme. The Steam Machine is going to go for $1070 for the 2 terabyte model.
Yeah.
The thing is, yeah, this is pretty much the same price for you to get if you were to piece out like a decent PC like before all the RAM stuff kind of went out. So I view this as like an alternative to doing that in this new post AI world where
everything's $1 billion
have gone up like crazy. So all things considering, I've seen bits of the other specs. Like if you can play great games on it at great specs, then like great. Go ahead and do that instead of making a gaming PC because it'll not cost as much money. Like that's what, like if you were in the market to buy a gaming PC, this would probably be the option versus piecing one out at least at this current time. That's what
yeah. Also, I think this is, I think it's undeniably a better deal than like a pre-built you buy at like Walmart or Best Buy. Yeah. Like, and those are like $500 to $600 more than this is. So I actually do. I've softened on the price a bit. Like it is pricey, but when you also realize it's not just a console, they did specifically say it can be a computer as well. It's not a terrible deal. It's more than I would have liked because when it was announced, it seemed like it was going to be a console competitor. Yeah. So you immediately your brain's like, okay, $500 to $700 range. But what are you gonna do? I say it's a good option.
Yeah. I thought it would have been cool if they had kind of gone into the console market and added some competition in there. I think that would have been good for everyone, but so that's a little bummer for me because I already have a PC, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I have a great PC.
Yeah, so I'm like,
for me, I probably will end up getting this because I'm currently without PC, and it's cheaper than anything else I could do at the moment. So I'll be an owner at some point, maybe. We'll see.
Give us the review.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like that's the Steam machine. It's the new custom PC because making a custom PC now is too expensive. So this is the alternative if you want something.
Can you modify this? Can you add stuff?
No.
Everything's super compact. I can't imagine that you'd be able to modify it unless if it's just a CPU. Maybe that's the only thing.
I believe I heard specifically that you cannot swap anything out.
Oh. Okay.
So that's kind
of 2 terabytes is quite a bit. 2 terabytes
that's a whole
is a good
lot.
Amount of storage.
You can always add like an external if you need it.
That's true.
You know, so.
Yeah. Not bad.
Give me a big sigh, Brandon. Give me a big sigh. Ben, give me a big sigh. Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly going to step down as the president of Lucasfilms, and apparently Dave Filoni and Lin-Wen Brennan are going to take over, and blah, blah, blah. And me when I hear Star Wars fucking who's taking over what news, it's like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
I know, it's all going to be the same.
Yeah, it's going to be the fucking same, dude. Yeah. It's not, they didn't say me. They didn't say I'm taking over. So I don't give a fuck. It's like, okay, cool, another fucking person. Another person who's been there for forever.
Like the current state of Lucasfilm, like
it's not going to change.
It's going to change from this. Just letting everybody know.
Yeah, it's going to be the exact same. So it's like, I don't really care. It's boring. They're not like, I don't know.
And she's not even stepping down like from Lucasfilm itself. From what I was reading, like it sounds like she would just be within the company under like a different role. So like she possibly could be like, right now obviously is like the president and like executive. It's possible that she could end up being like a direct producer on some of these movies and have more direct say with the films, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so this is just like all right, and also like Dave Filoni, he's had a chief creative officer for 5 years now, so everything that's come out of Lucasfilm in the last 5 years, he's okayed and he's approved. So it's all the same. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something brave that is not said on the internet a million times a day. I just don't give a fuck anymore about these fucking... Star Wars is in the place that DC will be in if James Gunn's universe doesn't work out. Where it's like...
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's taking over. I don't care who's making what. I don't care what's being announced. I don't know what's being announced. I don't know what's been canceled. I don't know what's in production. If something comes out and it looks really, really fucking cool and everyone says it's really, really fucking good, maybe I'll check it out. That's the state I'm in. Yeah. I really don't care.
I probably, to be honest, probably not going to go see Mandalorian and Grogu until it's like on streaming, maybe. But Star Wars is genuinely the first franchise I've felt genuine fatigue for. Like,
oh yeah,
I just don't. I
think
don't
think it's fatigue. I think it's apathy.
Yes.
Yeah, apathy is death.
I think the MCU and I think I got MCU and Star Wars burnout at the same time, where I was like, okay, shit's coming out. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a game looks cool.
Yeah, because of all the shows too. It was.
Yeah, they just started pumping out shows. COVID. They did this thing where like COVID happened, so nothing could be in theaters. So they went fucking full steam ahead on their shows, and I was like, dude, I don't really give a fuck, honestly. I don't really care. I
don't care about them.
And it's just like, I just don't believe that any of these people have the ability to fucking course correct the universe. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
it's not like a fresh new face. Like, I know Dave Filoni made the Clone Wars, right? But he worked on Mandalorian that fell off for me. He worked on Ahsoka. He worked on Book of Boba Fett. It's like his name's attached to a bunch of shit I just personally didn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
And so
and he progressively got more and more control.
Yeah. So
his future projects.
Yeah. So just him being involved in all that shit. Just to me, it's not like James Gunn, who the DCEU was trash. He made a bunch of great stuff for Marvel, and he made an amazing movie for DC, and now like he's in charge. I'm like, oh, that's cool, because this guy has done nothing but make peak for me, and he has a very distinct vision. With Dave Filoni, it's like, cool, I know he made the Clone Wars, but like he's made a bunch of stuff that like personally I just didn't resonate with, and as that's going, so him being it does kind of feel like, well, he's always been here, so now he's in charge. It just feels like more of the same. Like, I don't buy into this idea that like he's this fucking brilliant artist and fucking Kathleen Kennedy's there like fucking whipping like, you will not make anything good. You will not make, like, I don't believe that. So the fact that they're switching roles, or she's gone, he's stepping up, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm not moved.
You know what it's like? It's like when DC was like, hey, Jeff Johns.
You take over.
The reins, you know?
Yeah, nothing changed.
We're like, oh, he's made some good stuff before, but he also was very heavily involved in everything the CW did, and nobody talked about that. Yeah. And then it ended up being a shit show.
And nothing changed. What differentiates the Jeff Johns era from the pre-Jeff Johns era?
Literally nothing.
Yeah.
It was the same.
It's all the same.
So
Walter Hamada, Jeff Johns, Zack Snyder,
Joss Whedon.
They're all they're all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of James Gunn,
Zack Snyder's, at least Zack Snyder was a little bit more different. He was definitely.
I just mean like
say his stuff was very different.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the trajectory of the universe felt the same. You know what I mean?
I
didn't when
James Gunn was the most watched.
What?
The most watched director on Letterboxd.
James Gunn
and
was?
Superman was the most rewatched movie on Letterboxd.
Peak!
Fucking
James Goat! James Goat!
Most of those rewatches are probably from us, though. So
yeah.
I don't know if that's very fair.
But on the entire app,
the iShowSpeed Fortnite emote.
I've actually only seen Superman twice.
I've seen it 3 times.
Yeah. I've seen
it 3 times.
I've been putting a lot of work this past year into watching new things, so I haven't done many rewatches recently. But
I did my 3rd one because it was.
Yeah, you said it was on cable.
So it was like epic win. Yeah. On cable.
Yeah. Spider-Man 4 news. I guess we're getting the guy who played Ezra Bridger in the Ahsoka show. Has been added to Spider-Man.
So
I hope he's playing Paul.
He looks
my
exactly
favorite.
Like Paul.
Oh, my favorite like Spider-Man character. Give him the goatee. Give him the glasses. Make Tom Holland sit in the chair. Make him sit in the chair, please.
Not sitting in the cuck chair.
Please put him in the chair.
Your dirty whore mouth. Shut up.
Please put Tom Holland in that cuck chair, please, buddy. God.
Paul, I'm only okay with Paul in this universe because it opens the potential to seeing Black Cat one day.
Can I keep it a buck and a half with you? I don't think he's playing Paul.
He's probably not. He does look a lot like Paul from the comics, though.
I think he's probably
looks exactly like him.
Dude, I will also add in.
I bet he's playing some dude.
A long time ago was described as like a breakup movie, like moving along, like moving on from like your past relationship, and that's apparently like a huge plot thread in this movie. So if you are gonna have Peter go through some emotional torment, obviously seeing MJ, Michelle with Paul. This is calling Paul for now. He might not even be Paul. He might just be Ezra Bridger, and his name just might be Ezra.
Yeah.
We don't know. But, like, I could see that happening. I do think it's interesting, like, this actor's kind of, like, on a little bit more of a rise. But
yeah, he's...
I would think that he would be cast as, like, more of, like, I guess, like, a superhero.
Yeah, watch him turn out to be someone. Watch him turn out to be someone. I'm...
Harry.
That'd be cool. I'm actually fine with... I've heard people speculate that. I would be fine with Peter moving on from MJ, from Zendaya MJ, because... I don't know if this is a controversial take. It's not that I dislike the character, but I do feel like post-Homecoming, she got, like, hardcore, like, Flanderized, Flanderization.
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, she was kind of quirky and...
kind of...
She was like quirky and weird in Homecoming, and she was cool. I really loved her in Homecoming. I thought she was awesome.
Yeah, I thought she
was then in the second one, it just felt like they just took that one personality trait for being kind of like a little quirky, edgy, darker character, and just like blew it up. And I was like, it didn't really work for me personally. So I do think the scene in Far From Home when she erases when she forgets him. And they're on. I thought that was like a really well done scene. So I don't like hate the character. I'm not against like them doing something with her, but I do kind of feel like she got a little Flanderized in my opinion.
Well, I think you need to respect the end of that movie, though. I like the idea of this because I really, really do not want them backpedaling. Like I don't want the spell at the end to mean nothing. Now, obviously, post Secret Wars, the floodgates are open to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But in this movie, respect the decision that was made at the end of that movie, and just have this be Peter coping with that and moving on.
This also might be my comic book fan brain of expecting, but I took that ending as being like, oh, how is he going to find out how to get back together with her?
Yeah,
that's just how I felt.
Really don't want to see that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm fine with whatever.
I was expecting that too until I heard the breakup plot thing, but I mean that could simply be not real. So
I think everything we've seen in this movie beforehand looks cool as fuck, so I'm fine with I have some faith. What I think would be cool for them to do, I'm sure you've seen this panel, like, get posted or whatever, but they kind of did that in the comics where everyone forgot who Spider-Man was, and then he saw the Hulk, and the Hulk was the only one who remembered him because he's technically inside Bruce Banner. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would love, because apparently Hulk is I think that'd be really cool. I would love, that would make me really happy to see.
I think that would be
because that adds a little bit of. I like adding.
The only time you can do it.
Yeah, it adds some layers to the Hulk. I like when Hulk has more layers than being the angry guy, and you get to see kind of like the sad part of him, and kind of like the misunderstood big guy who loses control.
Big guy that destroys cities and
who does the Hulk,
the mass murders of many people.
Who does the Hulk Ultimate Destruction? The guy who does that on PS2.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Takes two tanks and claps them together.
Yep, turns them into fists.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers has officially declined Paramount's newest offer.
Their offer was really high.
I'm feeling more of that. Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's like you see.
Yeah. All right.
It's like, all right, fucking disaster incoming. Cool. Woo.
Yeah. Here's the thing. At this point, it's happened. It's inevitable. There's no whatever.
Yeah. This kind of news. The Kathleen Kennedy stepping down, and this news to me, it feels like akin to a huge asteroid is hurtling to destroy the Earth in like a month, and we're sitting on a podcast being like, "What color is it? I hope the asteroid's blue." And it's like, who gives a fuck? We're all gonna fucking die. This sucks.
Yeah.
Why are we sitting around here fucking talking about this stupid... Great thing to say on the podcast. But I mean, like, I think this is worth talking about. It's also worth dooming about,
I think at this point, it's like...
Dooming is valid.
Yeah.
A little bit of Doom.
I have no more Dooms to Doom. I'm just like...
Yeah, we're just here. We're just like, whatever.
I'm here.
We in this shit.
I'm just praying for the best. I hope that the industry doesn't get impacted in a negative way. And, yeah. You never know what can happen. For all we know, this could be the best thing that could ever happen in the film industry. I'm saying that with a huge, like...
You never know.
Laughing.
Hey guys, we're gonna put movies in theaters for 17 days.
I love that. I think that's so cool. So I can watch it on Netflix anytime I want.
Yeah, and I can pursue a career.
Motherfucker, I want to go no movie. I want to watch it.
I can pursue a career in film editing, and I can watch Lawrence Arabia on my phone at 2 a.m. with plugged in.
I can just watch it on TikTok. Every time the 6 seconds is up, I can just like scroll to the next part.
Yeah, I can watch 30 seconds of Lawrence of Arabia, and then tomorrow I can see another 30 seconds, and I can comment, I'm watching this whole movie through shorts.
Yeah.
Woo! I've watched this whole movie, I've watched The Godfather through shorts. That's what was intended for filmmaking. I hope that Netflix owns all of Hollywood, and that's what movie turns into.
Private Ryan with the dog Snapchat filter on all the characters through someone else's phone.
Yeah, with that AI filter that makes everything look weirdly smooth. Yeah. For no reason.
How'd you know? Did you watch it too?
Motion smoothing.
Yeah, weird.
I watched the entirety of Oppenheimer on my iPhone.
Yeah, I watched it on Nokia.
iPod got you beat.
I watched it on a backlit Game Boy. I watched Lord of the Rings and Return of the King.
iPhone, I smack.
Because when I think of when I think of like Lord of the Rings, because that movie's having its anniversary coming, I'm like, dude, Netflix would, and I see how it was made. Like, all the hard work and true filming that went into making the Lord of the Rings movies, like, dude, Netflix would love to do something like this. They would love to give them the freedom and the artistic expression and the budget and all the effort. They would love to do this. There's a 100% chance we'll still see movies like this. And like this, and I was also like, this stupid-ass movie, who would ever want to watch this dumb bullshit in theaters? I can just watch it at home while doing my laundry. And they can explain everything to me. Like, this movie would be way better if I could wash my dishes for 15 minutes, but I could still hear Aragorn go, and now the bad guy is Sauron, and working for him is Saruman, and he's going to send a bunch of Uruk-hai at us, and they're the bad guys, and we're the good guys, Pippin, and Gimli, and Legolas, and Frodo, and we're all going to go to the elves, and they are in Rivendell, and I just think that this movie would be better if all of that was happening.
Yeah, I think the Netflix mandate of having easy dialogue so that people can scroll on their phones is it's really beneficial for the future.
Yeah, something been about that. It's like a mandate there where you have to make your. It's called what is it? It's called something viewing, where like your scripts need to be written in a way that people can comprehend what's happening if they step out of the room for 5 minutes or if they
like secondhand viewing.
Yeah, secondhand viewing. Second screen viewing or something. They're like
second screen.
They want people to be able to just use their phone and also understand the movie anyways. I think that's conducive to good filmmaking. You want to keep talking about Netflix?
Are we on to
Stranger Things? I just think segue.
Yes, we're on the topic.
Yeah, I want to hear about Stranger Things documentary. I don't know anything about it. Here's what I know. I think one of the Duffer Brothers was like, I made a mistake doing all these interviews. Did he not say that? Okay.
That was in another interview.
Yes, and it sounds... I know that was before the documentary, so I'm very curious. Brandon said there's a bunch of interesting stuff from this documentary I need to hear about.
Yeah, so the one thing that I'm pretty sure is what Ben knows is that they say in the documentary, we started the season before we finished writing the script. So
that was the first thing.
And this is the first time they've ever done that. Because prior, like season 4...
You had so much time!
They had how many years? 3 years?
Like 4?
3 fucking years to write this script, and they went into the season with an unfinished script?
I know the writer's strike happened, but that shit was like 4 months, brother.
That should not have
You should have had it done beforehand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You should have at least had like the outline done at the end of season 4.
Yeah.
At the very least, at the absolute very least. Like the biggest thing that I do, at least when I write, is like I know how things are gonna end.
Yeah.
So then I can tailor the journey to how things are gonna end. So you have that little thing that I don't know. I can add some bumps along the way that prevents the person from getting to where they are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been talked about publicly with people in Hollywood. Even James Gunn has openly said, yeah, like he said this specifically about Marvel, but this applies to many other big Hollywood productions. He says the biggest issue with the current state of Marvel movies is that they go into production without a finished screenplay. But I think that's even worse with a 8-episode show like this, because at least with like that 2 hours or whatever, you might fuck a few things up, but then it's only 2 hours, so it's
this is like fucking a bunch of hour-long episodes. And some of them like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. And the problem with this is that it leads into the next thing, where in this documentary makes these brothers look so bad. They're never getting work again because they released this documentary.
Yeah, they Game of Thrones themselves.
Yeah, I don't know why they released this. I think my theory is they released this for sympathy. Yeah. I think they released it so that people would be like, "Oh, they didn't finish the script. That's why it was kind of bad." But that's not a good idea.
You shouldn't release this. That's a horrible look. Why would you? That's not damage control. It's the opposite of damage control.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're tanking your careers. In the middle of this documentary, there's like a debate that they have about Eleven's ending. They don't know what they want to do. One of the brothers is adamant that they stick to the idea of her choosing life and reuniting with Hopper. And the other one is like, I think we should keep it ambiguous. And while they're having this conversation, the writer's room around them are all making faces like, what the fuck is happening? This is an awful idea. It should not be ambiguous.
This is why I had a big issue with that part. Like, just to recap to like the episode where Evander and I talked about that finale. That's why I had issue with it, because it felt like they wanted to do that, but then they just threw in it's ambiguous just to
That's why I'm like, this is an ending for nobody.
Suspicions are.
I was like, this is an ending for no one. That means nothing.
So anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we'll continue.
So it was just it's just like they put this debate in the episode, and you can clearly see that everyone is not on board for this ambiguous ending, and yet that's the one they went with. So my question is, what went wrong between this clip and writing the script? Like, did the Duffer brother, who actually had a brain, just give up? Was he just like, I don't care anymore? Another thing, Ross Duffer, I believe, is the one who wanted it to be ambiguous. He got a divorce in between season 4 and season 5.
Yes, I have heard about this. Wifegate.
Yeah, so the wife wrote a lot of season 1 through 4. She was responsible. Again, this is all speculative, but it's basically been confirmed by her recently that she wrote a lot of season 1 through 4. And basically, like, all the loose ends that happened in season 5, it's not conformity gate. It's just they didn't know. They forgot. And in this documentary, the actress who plays Nancy, Natalia Dyer, is literally, she like is saying that she doesn't know why the Demogorgons aren't in the end. She's like, why aren't they there? And they go into a debate about where they're at. And they're like, okay, so we were going to have a scene where you see them, but then they're like, but we think the audience has Demogorgon fatigue, so we're just not going to include them at all. They're not going to be there because we think that they're sick of these creatures. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like, the audience is sick of them, so they went home because they were sad.
They went home. They went to the fucking beach. The Demogorgons aren't there. And then the actors are constantly... And another thing with the plot holes that sets, like, the wife writing the other seasons in concrete is that the actors are having to remind them that, like, for instance, Lucas and Max don't know that Robin is gay. They didn't know that. They were writing it as if everyone knew. They just forget, like, key plot points that they wrote in these other seasons for this season. They're completely phoning it in, and this documentary just shows it to the world that, like, they had no idea what they were doing. Again, I don't know why they released this. This is such a terrible look. And, like, I did not finish it. And I assume if I finished watching it, there would be even worse stuff in it. It's just... It is baffling. It's a baffling decision, and they've set themselves up to never get hired again. And I think that new show that they're making at Netflix, it's like guaranteed to get canceled after this first season. They're not going to get more than that.
What if it comes out?
Did you guys know they're making another show?
Yeah, we talked about it on here.
The spin-off thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like set in the 90s, and
yeah,
I don't know.
It's in New Mexico. It's Breaking Bad prequel.
Yeah. What's hilarious about all of this is that in our Instagram group chat with more friends that aren't on the pod, Nick's in that chat too. We were talking about the finale, and Brandon was actually the only one that seemed to have quite liked it. Now I think Brandon's the one that doesn't like it the most. Well,
here's the problem.
All that, I don't know.
This is the problem, right? Because I was okay taking the season for what it was. I was disappointed with a lot of the decisions, but I thought that despite the epilogue being far too long, it gave me something. It wrapped up the characters' stories in a way that I was willing to accept it. I was like, okay, this isn't going to ruin the other 4 seasons for me. I still love this show. This season was a little less good, a lot less good, but I'll accept it. But then they keep fucking talking. They just kept doing interviews, and then they released this, and I'm like, okay, so this was just pure incompetence. This wasn't your choice. This wasn't your idea. You just didn't know what the fuck you were doing. And because of that, we got a lesser product. So now, I am pissed off, and it's ruined it for me. Like, I did defend it, but now there's no part of me that wants to. Yeah. And that's just like, stop doing fucking interviews. It's too late now, but they shouldn't have done it. But
stop doing them anyways. Brandon's going to be very angry. You don't want to see... I already am. You don't want to see a really pissed off Brandon, okay?
I've gotten there close this episode already. It's really taking a toll on my mental health.
Yeah, well, you want good, happy news?
Yes, please.
Jackass 5 is confirmed.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's a crazy one. I thought the last one was the last. I thought the last one was the last one.
I remember them being like, we're too old for this now.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted some money. I don't know.
Who doesn't want some money?
That one did pretty good.
Yeah,
that made a good amount of money. In the
I was working at the theater when it came out. That one was fucking going crazy. It looked kind of nuts.
People that went to go see it.
Yeah, I would just do theater checks where I have to make sure no one's on their phone, and I would sit there and watch. And I'm like, God damn, these guys are really.
This year now marks the return of Jackass and the Scary Movie franchise.
That is crazy. Going back to the 2000s.
What a year we're in.
Time travel. I'm not gonna pretend to be like a huge Jackass fan. I never really watched them or anything. Like I've seen some of
them with my brothers.
I've seen some of the clips. Looks kind of funny. Well. Yeah, I like Johnny Knoxville. And I like Steve-O, yeah, I like him. Yeah. But not like.
I mean, it's cool. They're gonna hit each other's balls a bunch and then almost die, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I wonder if Eric Andre will be back for this one. I would imagine that he would. Well, cool, he was in the previous one.
Yeah. So, You know what? One that I saw that I was like, that's crazy, is when they cover the guy like in Honey and have a bear crawl into the room with him. I would freak. I would never do that shit again. I'd be like, fuck you. Fuck that. A bear, bro, while I'm chained down to a chair.
Is Steve-O had a bunch of meat tied to his underwear, and he had the tightrope above a bunch of alligators with no harness or anything. So if he fell, he just had to grab on and hope for the best.
That's crazy. What if he fucking died? What if he died?
I guess he dies.
They have guys with tranks and tasers and stuff on standby.
But by the time they get knocked out, he's missing a foot.
No, you know how long
you're watching.
You know how long tranquilizers take to actually take effect? Minutes.
I don't mean that's literally what they have.
No, I know.
They have a whole team there, ready
They're just
Harambe.
But they would have
to danger. It is.
That is.
If this goes wrong,
I wouldn't. I'll say, because they just if it gets fucked up, then you just die. I think. I don't think there is if SEAL Team 6 was there and he fell into the fucking whoever the fuck captured Nicolas Maduro, if that team was there and he fell into the alligators, he would still die. Because it takes 3 seconds to rip his arm off, and then how are you going to shoot them without shooting him?
It was only one alligator, 2. I don't remember, but yeah. They plan these out in advance, and I'm sure there is some type of insurance policy where if whoever dies, the family gets massive.
Maybe they put the Suicide Squad bombs in the alligators.
Yeah.
If you eat Steve-O, Amanda Waller's going to push the button. We have Viola Davis here on set in character as Amanda Waller.
That's in my headcanon for Jackass in DC.
That's I don't know. That's crazy. That's
cool.
Last piece of news. Just a fun story. I guess they were filming Star Wars Starfighter. They were doing a lightsaber duel in a swamp, and Tom Cruise. He always everyone who's making a big movie always has like a story like, yeah, Tom Cruise just showed up to set to see how it was going, because that guy actually if there was one person that I would trust to be the president of entertainment of movies and TV, it would be Tom Cruise. Like, that guy genuinely actually gives a fuck about making things, like making them good. He's the GOAT.
Shit's super serious.
Yeah, like when Glenn Powell, when he signed on for fucking Top Gun, Tom Cruise like, go to this theater at this time, and it was just like a 4-hour documentary Tom Cruise makes for his castmates of him being like, here's how Hollywood works. This is how we make movies. This is how you do good, and it's like a fucking seminar from Tom Cruise that he does for his
I need to watch that.
His cat. I know, it's like
drop the Netflix link.
I know, right? It's like super secret. Only dude, awesome. That would be like the great dude. I would be so hyped. That would be like, that's like pinnacle of
one
entertainment.
Day we'll all be in that room.
Yeah, I'll be in that theater. Tom Cruise. But yeah, so I guess he showed up as he does, and I guess he was really into it, and he just was like, "Can I fucking pick up the camera and while you guys film this, and can I just be the camera op?" And they were like, "Sure, you're Tom Cruise." And he just, I guess, just waded into the swamp with the camera, and Sean Levy was directing. He's like, "Just do this," and. He's probably, I was there for like, maybe 30 minutes, just filmed one scene. Yeah. I was like, cool, and he left.
Apparently Spielberg was there the other day.
Oh, that's cool.
Before Tom Cruise, so I guess they have like Hollywood elites like go through these movies, just be like, hey, this is what we're doing here.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars. What this unintentionally confirms is that there is actually a lightsaber fight.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't know there were any Jedi in this. Interesting. I still don't know
Ryan Gosling is playing a Jedi.
I don't know anything about this movie. All I know is that Ryan Gosling is in it and Sean Levy's playing it. Like, he's directing. That's literally all I know about it.
This gives me the Doomsday vibes, where they're getting a little bit desperate with the Star Wars stuff, just because like usually with Star Wars, I mean this has changed a little bit in the Disney era, but like they wouldn't have like big time directors like directing like, I don't know, like I'm just like thinking back to like how things like kind of used to be, like where you wouldn't have like a known A-list iconic actor like Ryan Gosling like lead like your Star Wars movie. Like sometimes like I mean, of course, you had your J.J. Abrams, well established in TV, and he did Star Trek up until that point as well. You had Rian Johnson, who was becoming a lot more known at that point, but he already did Breaking Bad and such. Like
he was a TV guy.
Guys. Yeah. But now you have Sean Levy, who was one of the Stranger Things guys, and who's become a bit of a blockbuster guy. And after Deadpool and Wolverine made a fuck ton of money, they're like, "Here's Star Wars. Do what you want.
Yeah,
do it."
I'm getting a lot of like,
you already
they
tried
got Ryan
Star
Gosling,
Wars on
they
Netflix.
got Matt Smith, they got Mia Goth, they got Amy Adams in this too. Like they're going all out. Like this is an all A-list cast, which is unheard of for Star Wars. So my only concern is like, it might not feel like Star Wars because they're going all out, but like if it doesn't have to be Star Wars to be like a good movie. I'm not saying that. Just for me, it might not feel like Star Wars.
God, it's good. I don't even care if it doesn't feel like classic Star. Just make a good Star Wars movie and I'll be okay. This cast is awesome. Sean Levy, don't disappoint me. You make decent movies sometimes. Make sure this one's good.
I mean, Deadpool.
He made Free Guy. I can't give him that much credit. He made the Adam Project. He made Free Guy.
He made Night at the Museum.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you know what? Do that.
That's
a cool story though. Tom Cruise. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm sitting here when it's out. If it's people like it's good.
I'll go see it because it's Ryan Gosling. I'm seeing it right away.
Yeah.
Seeing it.
I mean, if it looks cool.
I saw The Fall Guy on day one.
Yeah. If it looks cool, I'll go watch it, right? And if people are saying it's really good, then I'll be excited to go watch it. How about that? I'll be more excited to go watch it. That's how I am. I'm ambivalent to Star Wars right now. I'm at the point where, like, if it looks cool, I guess I'll be there.
I'm just very, very particular. As you guys know, I'm just very particular when it comes to the Star Wars
That's
stuff.
one word for it.
Well, I know more about it than you do.
But he quoted the American Girl.
The one Star Wars thing that's gonna make me fucking jump out of my chair is when they announced the third Cal Kestis game. That's when I'll start getting.
Yeah, I'll be excited. Yeah,
again.
Yes, I do like my boy Cal Kestis. I like those games.
Yeah. That's like one of the few things they have where pretty much everyone universally praises those games, even the people that don't like the current state of Star Wars, like they play those games.
Yeah, that, and everyone also plays. Everyone also plays Star Wars Outlaws.
Yes.
Yes.
A whole 16-hour video talking about it because I love it so much.
Anyways,
our good buddy Nick Gardella played that game. We should get him on.
He loves
Talk
that.
about it.
As it is, that's the end of our topics for today.
Hey.
We did it! Finally, all three of us on screen again. This is like the Avengers of the after credit show.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Now you guys won't see us till Brandon Carney Civil War, and then you won't see us till Avengers Infinity War.
Brandon Carney Civil War. Yeah. The sides, no matter what, are going to be very uneven. It's always going to be a 2v. It's me and Ben versus Brandon.
God damn it.
Yeah. You're going to be Iron Man, and we're going to be Captain America and Winter Soldiers kicking the shit out of you. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be a great shot of just me.
The title implies that I'm supposed to be Captain America.
Yeah, I know, but if you're getting 2v1'd,
God damn it.
You're going to get nay-nayed by both of us. I don't know.
Wait, do we have anything else to talk about this
I
episode?
just said that was the last topic, buddy.
That was the last thing.
That was the last topic.
Well, I missed it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been the After Credit Show.
But thank you more for liking and subscribing. Yes. Double thank you for
Remember
that.
to like and subscribe. Please do that.
Yeah, we get you a
very nice
double
and beneficial.
thank you.
We've been stuck
really good.
just under 50. Wait, right?
Just under 40, buddy. Just under 40.
Just under 40. Just under 40 for a little while now. So you know what? Help us out. Do us a favor. This episode was good. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye. And fuck you.